Hey, how you all doing out there in the world wide wonderful? It's Sister Elle here, it's the Academic Gem, and today I thought I'd take another look at my Astro Magic book and read about the sign of Pluto. I've been thinking about Pluto and what it represents, and it's usually regeneration, rebirth, but it's a digging up also, a digging up of the deep, of your feelings, of maybe your thought patterns. It depends which house its natally sits in, and also which house it's crossing at this time within your own chart. So there will be like rebirths happening and digging deep for treasures. And as Pluto is a co-ruler for Scorpio, Scorpio is now in Jupiter, and Scorpio is now in Jupiter, and Jupiter rules expansion and magnetizing situations that were deep within us and will now be resurfacing. So it's good to know where your planets lie and how they may be resurrecting within you. So let's have a look at what Pluto says and what Pluto represents. Pluto's chaos is the chaos of upheaval and transformative change. Urban renewal is a very Pluto phenomenon. Pluto tears down and destroys old forms and structures, and then rebuilds from those ruins a new reality. The phoenix is very much a Pluto symbol. Pluto does not bring renewal without destruction, but some people only see the destruction and do not perceive the rebuilding as the second half of the Pluto cycle. The cyclic feminine death, dormancy, rebirth of the god is a Pluto image. Persephone's journey into the underworld and transformation thereby is also a Pluto image. Where Neptune is dissolving and causing change so subtly it is imperceptible, Pluto causes upheaval and its actions are always strongly apparent. Living through a Pluto transit is not fun or even enjoyable. But after all is over, the transformed person often has the feeling of being glad it happened, but also being glad that the change is over. It is like a purgative cleansing, yucky and unpleasant while it is happening, but it sure feels good once the toxins are all gone. Pluto is the high octave of Mars. Where Mars is energy, Pluto is power. Nuclear power is another Pluto phenomenon. Also, Pluto operates in the underworld, making changes and building pressures, and when the pressures have built to a peak, then the energies explode into the outer conscious world. A volcano is another good image of Pluto. You can't see the magma rising up or feel the pressure building within until it is about to blow. When it does blow, it is always something of a surprise. You know the pressures are building, but cannot exactly predict when or how it will blow. Pluto rules Scorpio and the 8th house. Pluto rules the manifestations in which initiations are brought about. Pluto is the power that can be summoned and wielded by the adept, but this power can also become too great to be manipulated by mere mortals, and then it can end up manipulating those who sought to control it. Pluto has to do with the overwhelming forces of nature, which cause upheaval and change, but which are also cleansing. So I thought that was quite important, because as we go through certain aspects in life and as we grow and change and transform, we're transforming all the time, and it may not be pleasant, because I suppose anything difficult is not perceived as pleasant. However, we have to see the enjoyable side of it, and I suppose it shows a sign of maturity also in being willing to grow. Okay, well, I just thought I'd share that about the planet Pluto and see where it lies in your chart, and feel the resurrecting of and maybe the destructions that may be implementing in your life right now. see whichever house it may be in at this time, whichever house it may be crossing, and just live in the moment as we do with all things, and know that all things change constantly. Thank you for this time, and I'll be back with you soon. It's the Academic Gem here. You take care.